Finally, the parts have arrived. We have a set of H&R sport springs that we're going to install in my M5. Just want to get a side shot here. This is the stock wheel gap. I can stick about 2 fingers above the tire. And the same as in the front, probably closer to 3. So this kit's supposed to drop the front more than it drops the rear. It drops the front 1.2 inches, drops the rear 0.8. So we had a coil spring brake, and if you didn't watch the other video, when these coil springs break, it's a very bad design, because the plate here on the bottom of the strut is not made big enough to catch the spring when it breaks, so it comes right down over your strut, right into your tire. If you're driving and this happens, it'll be catastrophe. So I'm not even playing around with it. We're changing all 4 springs, which means all 4 corners got to come apart. So be prepared. If you haven't watched my first video on the strut removal, do so, because I'm not going to go through the whole thing. Tie rod, unbolt your control arms, unbolt your sway link bracket, caliper off, rotor off, 2 ABS sensors, sensor up top, 3 bolts up top. Pretty much falls out once you do that. Then once you get it out, since the last person said he couldn't figure out because I didn't actually take the strut out, once you get to this point, you just stick a chisel in that crack, open it up a little bit, and the strut slides right out of there. So no rocket science to it. The hard part's getting it out, trust me. Well, the first corner's done, and I can get about 2 fingers in the front now. Now we're going to go back and put it on the hoist so I can actually work at it. Thank God this didn't break when I was driving. So the passenger side, guys, is a little more tricky. You've got this little sway link thingy here that you got on hook. Unbolt it from your control arm. And on the front side here, you've got to take these 2 13mm bolts out of your main shroud, and you got to get your hand up in there and bend this back a bit in order to get the bolt out for the front control arm. So we've already got her done. Just got to get her back together, and then the front's over, thank God. Nothing fancy, just old school coil compressors. Alright boys, front's done. To get at the back bolts, they're back in that hole. So, and you've got a wire connection in the strut, which is right there, right there. So 3 13mm to get them out. Alright, so when you get your bottom bolt out and your top 3 bolts out from the inside of the trunk, there's still no way in hell to get this out of here on the driver's side. So what I ended up doing was taking this 10mm bolt and that 10mm bolt out, so I could move this fuel gear out of my way. There's a plastic fitting right here that you really don't want to break, and plus your filler neck is plastic, so you don't want to be beating around here too much. And after we moved this fuel canister gear out of the way, I just took a pry bar on the lip of the body and on the top of my rotor, and I got a friend to pry down to get this side in and out. Over on this side, it's a joke. There's nothing in the way, it just falls right out. You do got to remove your inner fenders, but that's just par for the course. So there you have it, guys. This is the M5 sitting on H&R springs. You can get not quite one finger. You actually hit the tire in the front. And in the back, you're not getting any fingers. This thing handles insane now. It actually still rides very nice. Hardly any ride quality was lost. Obviously the car's lower, so a person's got to be a little more careful on the rough, crappy roads. But man, I'm happy with the way this thing looks. I'm definitely happy with how it drives now. And now I have the peace of mind of not having to worry about a spring poking through my tire. So for what this costs, 350 bucks Canadian, I could barely buy one spring from BMW for that. And I get all 4 from H&R. Pretty involved compared to most cars to swap the springs, but they're low enough. When you get the stock ones out, you don't even need a coil spring compressor. You can just slip them right on the strut and away you go.